So let's talk about the United States Championship one first. Didn't have a ton of time to talk about it last week, but we got Seth Rollins in there, the defending champion, Austin Theory, of course, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and just qualified in Monday's Raw, Montez Ford with a win over Elias, and Damian Priest with a win over Angelo Dawkins. That's looking like a pretty stacked chamber to me. And there's a lot of different ways that one can go, with a lot of different people potentially walking out United States champion.
No, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a fun match. And like you said, I think they have good people in there. I think there's plenty of possibilities or different directions they go in, and I'm actually pretty excited for it. I think every guy in there has a claim to possibly win the belt, so it's not like, oh, that guy has zero chance to win. I think, honestly, they all have – I think probably Priest or Rollins probably would say don't have a great chance, but I think they're still like – I think it's one of those things that people wouldn't be mad if they won. I don't think. So I think it's going to be a fun little match. I'm very interested with what they do here.
We'll talk more about it next week, but do you have an early pick for the match?
I mean, I feel like everyone keeps saying that Theory's going to lose, so I just have a feeling he's going to win. I mean, they keep saying him and Cena at WrestleMania doesn't need the belt. No.
I agree, yeah. I agree with that, yeah.
But, I mean, like, if he doesn't... I feel like you said that he doesn't need the belt, but then if he doesn't... like, I just don't really know what direction they go in with the U.S. belt for WrestleMania. So, I mean, my early prediction would be Theory. I mean, I wouldn't be against, like, Bronson Reed winning it. Because they really haven't really done much with him, so I don't really know where you go with him next if he doesn't win. But I'm going to go with Theory as of now, but it could change next week.
Yeah, Damian's probably going to be in Finn Balor's corner at Mania or Dominic's or whatever, or both, so I don't think he needs to win. Montez is just in there to have a great showing. I would have him last a little while, do a frog splash off the top of the pod. That'd be awesome. So that really comes down to 4 people. Rollins should absolutely not win. Been there, done that. And also, if he's facing Logan Paul at WrestleMania, that match, even more so than Cena in Theory, does not need the United States Championship. So Rollins should not win. Rollins can eliminate Theory to kind of blow off that feud, but he doesn't need to win. Theory winning... The thing with Theory and Cena is that being for the United States Championship, I do want the match at Mania. The match makes sense. Do you think Theory being champion going in, though, makes it obvious? Because I know Cena has history with the championship, and it would be a cool attraction for the title. I just don't think Cena wins. Cena only works one match a year, unless he works the next night's Raw and loses it, which I feel like would be a complete fucking waste. I feel like it makes it obvious that Theory might win, so I'm not really sure. And honestly, I don't even think Theory needs to win. I've said this before. I don't know if you would agree. I know you're a big Theory guy. I think Theory can lose and can still look good in defeat because John Cena hasn't won in God knows how long. I know he won that tag team match on SmackDown back in December. Beyond that, though, he has not won in forever. But no one really thinks about that because it's John Cena, so I get it.
I was going to say, I think if anything, it would, even if it was for the belt, Theory winning would, it would put him over more the fact that he beat John Cena than anything else.
No, listen, I'm not saying Cena needs to win. I'm just saying I don't think I'd be upset like I would be when he beat Bray at WrestleMania 30.
If Cena beat him, I'd be pretty pissed.
Okay, personally I would not because I understand, because Cena's...
Yeah, but I feel like at this point, Cena's he's the veteran that can lose. Like you said, people don't he can win off these matches and whatever the fuck. I feel like at this point in his career, it's this is the time he's supposed to be putting people over.
Didn't he has? He put a lot of people over.
Who? Roman Reigns?
He put over Roman Reigns. He lost the Fiend at WrestleMania a couple years ago when he was here. He hasn't really had many matches is the thing.
So you just said he put over all these people. You said he beat Roman Reigns, beat him in the Fiend thing. He didn't get panned. That's whatever. That's whatever.
In the last couple... Okay, well, not even recently, but just thinking on the grander scale. He lost to Kevin Owens in Kevin Owens' debut. He lost to Rusev a time or two.
And then he beat him the next 2 times that it mattered.
Okay, he lost to Undertaker WrestleMania 34. He put him over, although he's not exactly making a new star. He lost to him in 2018. He failed to win the WWE title in 2018. He lost the Universal title match in 2018. He was back for a whole heap of matches that all of which he lost. So, he does lose more than... if you look at his win-loss record, he's lost a lot of matches.
I'm looking at it right now. There aren't actually too many.
There are house shows. You gotta weed those ones out.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it here. He lost to Rollins in 2018.
Yep.
He lost to The Undertaker. He lost to The Fiend. Like I said, I don't really count that.
Roman.
Then Riddle beat the... No, it was a dark match. I did not remember that. Lost to Roman Reigns, and then he beat he beat Zayn and Reigns in 2022. Like, he really hasn't wrestled that much recently. So like I said, I feel like people really don't remember. Like, he's putting over. If anything, like, he lost to Roman Reigns in 2017. But like in the last few years, the only people he lost to is literally Rollins and Roman Reigns. Like, legit pinned in a match. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Undertaker, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, you're not wrong. I agree with that. But here's the thing. But again, this is what I go back to. You're not wrong. I just think Cena is a... I can't say this because then you can say the same argument with Bray. I was going to say Cena's a big enough star to me where it's like, it's not a shoo-in that Theory has to win. I know you could say this, well, if that's the case, then why didn't Bray beat him at WrestleMania 30? Or you can make the case, well, if that's the case, then why didn't Bray look good and defeat at Mania 30? I guess it's all about the follow-up, too.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like it's so, like, you're saying, like, you don't care if he loses, and then looking at the contrary, so you're saying that, or someone said that the tag titles don't mean shit, and your thing was, well, they've held the belts for however long they've held them. But then you could also poke holes in that and say, yeah, they've held the belts for X amount of time, but whenever they face, like, anyone that Roman's faced, they literally get their ass kicked at every other, like, they never, like, they get crushed by Owens, they get crushed by Sheamus, they get crushed by Drew McIntyre. Like, they can't win a match. Like, yeah, they beat all these tag teams, but you put them in any other match, they get killed. So it's like, the tag titles mean something because they've held them, but, like, in any other circumstance, besides defending the belts, they lose all the time.
They're not protected, but they still win when it matters most. I'm not saying their reign is perfect. I'm just saying their reign is their reign is probably the best that the company has had tag team title-wise in the last 10 or 15 years. I can't think of another reign that would be better than theirs. Not just because of the length, but because of how consistently they've defended it, the quality of matches, and the level of opponents as well.
No, like I said, I think they've done well. Hey, you got to throw the other side in there too.
No, exactly. Listen, I agree. Pros and cons to every reign.
I love it.
Listen, I would, if you compare it, like Gunther's reign is far better than the Usos because, I mean, he hasn't held the belt for 2 years, but he's been champion for, 9-8 months, and he's been protected, and he's won every match, and he doesn't wrestle a lot. The Usos wrestle a lot and lose every fucking non-title match they have. So, listen, I agree. It's all about being protected, too. But they're also still two of the biggest stars in the company are the Usos, and they're one of the biggest factions in WWE history. With Theory, he's not... The thing with Theory is this, is that I think... I'm not saying he should lose. I'm just saying that I would not be upset. But the more I think about it now, I'm not really sure what the point would be of Cena winning. If Theory's going to be the one on Raw the next night, what the fuck do you do with him from there?
That's what I was literally just about to follow up. I was literally just going to say, well, if he loses to Cena, then what do you do with him next?
And not only that, but the last time that we saw them interact about a year ago, Theory was a goof. He won the briefcase. Booked like a total fucking loser. And they've done a nice job of building him back up since then by making him more serious. He's won more matches. He's been a little more protected. He's not losing every fucking week. He's got his edge back. I don't think he should be losing that edge by losing to Cena at WrestleMania. I mean, he could still be aggressive after that, but I'm just saying he kind of loses a bit of his mystique if he just gets built up to lose to Cena and then that's it. So... me personally, I stand by what I said. I wouldn't be mad if Cena wins because I'm not. Maybe, you know what? Honestly, maybe part of it is the fact that it's fucking WWE. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be shocked at all if they had Cena win because it's WWE. Triple H, Vince, doesn't matter who's in charge. It's John Cena. He's their guy. It's WrestleMania. Maybe it's because not yet do I see Theory on Cena's level. I mean, no one will ever be on Cena's level, but aside from maybe Roman Reigns. But I feel like in order to get him to Cena's level, he needs to beat John Cena. So that's probably why. I won't be mad because I'm expecting it. That's probably what it is.
Kids just using logic on me.
Now we're using logic on each other. I love this sort of stuff. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that's not for another couple months, but that's a WrestleMania match you could do.